It's my favorite theme song. Welcome back to the Ultimate Dallas Sports Show. Time now for everyone except Michelle's favorite game. No fence riding. The game is simple. I got a series of statements for our esteemed panel. It's up to them to decide which side of the fence they stand on. No waffling or they get called out. All right, let's kick things off here, and I'm going to speak my truth. The first round of the NHL and NBA playoffs is officially better than March Madness. For me personally, this has almost always been the case, but now it feels like two ships passing in the night with changes coming at the collegiate level, and parity now in the NBA. The sum total of both the NBA and NHL is just a better product because they're professionals and they're the best at what they do. Sean, I'm curious about your opinion here. Lead us off.
I agree with you simply because we don't watch a lot of college basketball during the season unless it's your school. So when we watch the NBA and the NHL playoffs, we have a pretty good handle on who these guys are, and that makes it all the better.
Absolutely. Mike, your thoughts?
I'm reluctant to jump on board with this because I love college basketball and I've always loved the tournament. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite 4 days of the year, those first two rounds. Mm-hmm. I think you're actually right at this point with the way I don't mean to say that it's surprising that you're right. It's burning me inside to agree with this, but we're at that point now, yeah.
I just think, and again, if we're talking about professionalism between sports, I realize the college product is becoming increasingly more professional. However, when you have the best in the world of what they do squaring off with their seasons on the line, there's nothing better than these 2 weeks, especially with the schedule of 7 games per night sometimes. It's so much fun to watch. It is absolutely incredible. It's
the parity in the NBA for me that is the change. Now you actually have questions about who's going to win these first-round series.
I agree. All right, on to statement number 2 here. Teams don't need to go all in more often. I get it. Sometimes you want to build a core and be competitive over multiple years, but player movement is at an all-time high. I know it's still tough to some degree, but it's never been easier to stack your team with high-end talent if you want to and make a serious push to get your group over the top, especially in today's short memory climate. Winning seasons are fun. Banners fly forever unless you're the Rangers. Mike, your thoughts here.
You just got to needle them, man.
Whatever. They brought the banner down, not me. Don't look at me.
Listen, they're a perfect example of it. Right. I know we talked about in the Luka trade element of it, that championship maybe doesn't mean the same as it would have if Adrian Beltre were a part of it or Elvis Andrews were a part of it because there was that emotional but I think fans are developing an emotional attachment to Simeon and Seager and to the guys that were a part of that championship. So yeah, perfect example what the Stars did this year. Go get somebody that's going to make that kind of difference in a Game 7.
Sean, your thoughts?
Yeah, you only have X amount of chances to actually win a championship. And I know that John Daniels took a lot of heat over the years back when 15 and 16 when you're trading prospects to try to go get a guy like Cole Hamels. But none of those prospects ever really panned out to be anything great. And at least you got in the tournament. And that's what it's all about. It's doing good by your fans. Obviously, sometimes you want to rebuild, sometimes you want to hold back, and it might not be worth making some massive trade. But when you feel like you have a team that could win the whole thing, you absolutely go all in.
No, absolutely. I think a lot of these teams recently, and I look at the Rams, for example, a lot of people, they were going to fall off a cliff after they won the Super Bowl, or the Broncos, for instance. It takes a couple of years to get back, but you're not going to lose a fan base in that time frame because everyone's a diehard now. They accept it if you get over the top with it. I think the question becomes then if you reach a malaise for 10 years. I just feel like, especially in the NBA, player movement, or I'll throw the NHL in there too. I've seen player movement in the NHL for years where it's that guy's been on 3 teams over the last 4 years, and it's his 3rd time on the Stanley Cup. So on some level, I think fans accept it as long as you get the job done. I realize that's the main caveat here. But I also feel like fans are tired of we won 10 wins we won 10 games in the regular season for the NFL, but we never won a Super Bowl out of it. What did we really get out of that entire run other than a couple of nice memories, Mike?
Yeah, you got to get bites of the apple, like Sean said. Look, that's what the Stars have done year after year after year. At some point, maybe this year, it's going to pop.